TracksVR. I just want to go over some rolling start procedures since we're using rolling starts on this year's Youth League. Depending on the track, you're either going to be starting in the pit lane or the starting grid for the formation lap. There's going to be a bit of a countdown. When the countdown's over, you'll see formation lap reading across the top of the screen. If there's a safety car, you're going to follow the safety car around the track. It'll tell you which lane you should be in. If it doesn't tell you which lane you're in, you're going to stay in the lane that you were gridded up on, either on the grid or in the pit lane. During the formation lap, you are totally free to weave side to side or accelerate and brake to get your brake temperatures up or get your tire temperatures up. But be mindful of those around you. You don't want to be weaving side by side and running into each other. That is 100% not okay. Once you're about halfway around the lap, I really want people to kind of get that tire warming up, scrubbing the tires, warming up the brakes done before halfway around the lap, because then you really want to be getting into your final grid positions. We want everyone grouped nice and close together. First place behind second place, first place beside second place, third place beside fourth place, etc. All the odd numbered positions should be on one side of the grid, all the even numbers should be on the opposite side. It's pretty straightforward. As we get close to the end of the lap, the safety car is going to pull off into the pit lane. Once the safety car pulls off, it is up to the pole sitter, the person in first place, to match the pace that the safety car was doing before it pulled off and hold that pace until green flag. Second place should not be getting ahead of first place like it is here. Likewise, anyone side by side should not be getting ahead of the car they're meant to be gridded beside. So we're matching the pace of the safety car. Green flag's coming out any second here. There it is. At that point, you can get on the throttle. All the drivers going full speed into the first corner. Watching for your neighbors. You don't want to be causing any lap 1 collisions. And just like that, the race is underway. I'm going to do this again from a position further behind, starting somewhere other than the front row to give you an example of what it looks like when you're starting from further down the grid. Okay, so now we're doing a rolling start from further back on the grid. This time, rather than telling you to follow the safety car, it's going to tell you to follow a name. It's going to give you the name of the car in front of you. I have name tags turned off right now. I shouldn't have done that, but Niraj Hashem is the car in front of me. This car is now supposedly behind me. Please don't overtake when you're not supposed to. It's going to tell you to catch up if you fall behind. And it tells me to follow him in the right lane. This is a lot more of a mess than it should be, because there's cars out of place. So this is a good example for when it gets all out of order. You have some time to get back to where you should be. So now I'm in the correct position. It says please follow the name in the right lane. You can do your usual scrubbing the tires to warm them up if you need. Like I said, don't do that too late in the lap. Later on in the lap, I really want you guys to be focusing on getting into the correct starting positions and gridded up nice and tight. So we're coming into the last couple corners here now. You will see the safety car peel off into the pit lane here any moment. And at that point, like I said earlier, it's up to the pole sitter at that point to match that speed the safety car was going beforehand up until we see the green flag to start the race. So the race has not started yet. We're following the pace of the leader. There's green flag. Now we're good to go. You can get your foot on the gas and head on into turn 1. I'm going to show you an example of what a lap looks like when there is no safety car, which is a possibility, but the procedure is going to be just a little bit different if there's no safety car to follow. Okay, now in the situations that there is no safety car, it is entirely up to the pole sitter to hold the pace for the formation lap. So we're going to wait for our formation to start as per usual. Without a safety car, it does not tell the leader what lane you should be in. So just stay in the lane that you've started. we will give a maximum speed for that formation lap, and it's up to the pole sitter to maintain that speed. Doesn't have to go that speed the entire time, but he cannot go over that speed. P2, you should not be overtaking the pole sitter. Not a big deal if you do, just as long as you're back behind them before green flag happens. You can be alongside, that's totally okay. Okay, so we're nearing the end of our formation lap. As you remember, on this track there's a pretty tight chicane right at the end of the lap. This is a good example of where I still want you guys to maintain double file, just you have to be extra aware of your surroundings when doing so. This chicane happens to be right before the start-finish line, so you really should be double file at this point. And for the most part, during the race, you guys did. I just want to reinforce that it is totally possible to get around here double file. The right-hand driver is going to stick nice and close to the right wall. Likewise, the left driver is going to stick nice and close to the left wall. Just like that AI driver beside me didn't, and we bumped into each other. But I will show you overhead that there is plenty of room to get two cars through there side by side, especially got two human drivers totally under control of the cars. Green flag comes out, and that's when you're free to hit the accelerator pedal and start the race. Watch out in the first corner, everyone's being grouped up pretty tightly, and that's how we're going to have nice, clean rolling starts for the rest of the season. Alright, see you guys next Wednesday, and we're going to have a good race.